All right, say no more. This 9 Spiral. Let's cook. YouTube. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe upon my copyright under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107. Let's cook.
Fires after several U.S. food processing plants went up in flames in recent months.
The WCNC Charlotte's Megan Bragg looks into what we know about the circumstances tonight.
Recent fires at food processing plants across the U.S. have several people speculating online if something else is behind them. This tweet notes a, quote, odd coincidence that, quote, 18 U.S. food processing facilities burned down in the last 6 months.
All right, 9 Spiral. Let's cook, man. Y'all see it? All right. The food processing plants. They look like a perfect square cutout, don't it? Yeah, that looks perfect. All right, man, I don't know what to make of it. Y'all have at it, man. I'm just reporting, right? I'm still observing. You know what I'm saying? It's okay not to know everything, right? I just don't see much footage out there. Could it be Dracon hits? It could be. Could it be something else? Yes, it could be. We just don't know at this point of time. But we still can dig on the information, all right? So we're just going to cook a little bit and, you know what I'm saying, inform the people, YouTube. That's all. Fair use.
Yeah, crews were at the Made Right Steak Company for hours tonight, finally putting out the flames that were involved in that building now. Now, the fire did break out just before 5:30 this evening on Montdale Road in Scott Township. The meatpacking plant was fully involved. Explosions were heard as flames took over.
All right, so at this time, man, look here, man, we just getting some visuals. I want to kind of, you know what I'm saying, take a look at the damage. You know, like I said, it's just not enough footage to go off of keywords, you know what I'm saying, to listen out for, you know what I'm saying, explosions. Of course, the so-called cause of the explosions. So this is wisdom, right? This is your mother above. This is Amma telling us to take what we have and apply it, right? And that's what we're going to do. All right. All right. We take what we know and apply it, right? 2 Ezra 5, verse 1 through 2. So we do know that the evil has increased, right? Watch this. Now concerning the signs, behold, the days are coming when those who inhabit the earth shall be seized with great terror, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith, and unrighteousness shall be increased. You see that? Beyond what you yourself see, and beyond what you heard of formerly. So the Most High is telling Ezra's right here, all right, that the unrighteousness, the evil, shall be increased beyond what you yourself see, and beyond what you heard of formerly. Oh, what kind of evil we talking about? Oh, like this right here? Like this right here? Oh, okay. The evil will be increased, right? Beyond what you yourself shall see, Ezra. You see that? And so what's going on with these food processing plants? I don't know. All right, we're still digging on it. But we do know that it is happening.
So just moments before we went to air tonight, a plane apparently crashed at a General Mills plant, a food plant in Covington, Georgia. 6 tractor trailers are reportedly on fire. We're seeing pictures from the scene right now. This is the second time in a week that something like this has happened. On April 14th, the plane crashed into the Gem State Processing in East Idaho. What's going on here? Well, the story gets weirder. Food processing plants all over the country seem to be catching fire. A couple of days ago, a fire destroyed the headquarters of Azure Standard, one of the largest organic food distributors in the country. At the end of last month, a fire severely damaged a fresh onion packing facility in South Texas. In Oregon, a potato chip processing plant just reported a boiler explosion that sent workers to the hospital. Here's a news report on that. Eastern Oregon, where crews are battling a major fire at a potato chip processing plant.
All right.
Air 12 flew over the scene at Shearer's Foods on Highway 207 in Hermiston. We're told the fire was caused by an explosion of a portable boiler there. 2 people were taken to the hospital.
All right. All right, so we listen out for keywords like explosion, right? What type of explosion? Again, like I would like to see the damage. You know what I'm saying? That tells you a lot. What type of fire you're dealing with. So we don't know at this point in time. We're just digging on the information, but it's happening. And 9 is going to bring it to you. All right.
So industrial accidents happen, of course, but this is a lot of industrial accidents at food processing facilities at the same time the president's warning us about food shortages.
With regard to food shortages, yes, we did so talk about food shortages. And it's going to be real. The price of these sanctions is not just imposed upon Russia. It's imposed upon an awful lot of countries as well, including European countries and our country as well.
All right. So you see, we don't know who's behind it. But we do know that the evil will be increased, right? Beyond Ezra's wildest imagination. Now, we're dealing with the GMOs, right? We're dealing with the nanotech in the foods, right? It's in the air, right? It's in the soil, right? It's on the plants. And one thing you must understand about nano, that it is on a nano scale. And so, therefore, it goes straight to the DNA, including plants. All right? And so that's why we scream detox over here at Drop Nation. That's your best bet. Detox. As soon as it get in your body, get it out. Let's go.
They're getting hit by planes and catching fire. What is going on here exactly? Jason Rance hosts a radio show in Seattle and joins us to put it into perspective. Jason, good to see you.
Good to see you. Yeah, obviously, when something happens every so often, you obviously hope that there's no significant damage and certainly no one gets hurt, but you kind of write it off. It's not that big of a deal. Accidents happen. But when you've got well over a dozen food processing plants and warehouses getting destroyed or seriously damaged over...
Now, keeping in mind that it was not only one there was a plane in Georgia. They hit that General Mills plant in Georgia here where I'm at, right? But it was also another plane that went down and hit another food processing plant. And so what's going on here? Are we dealing with Psyop City? Or are we dealing with the Most High's work? I can neither confirm nor deny. But 9 is going to bring you the drop. Let's go. I said, let's go.
Over just the last few weeks at a time when the food supply is already vulnerable. It's obviously suspicious, and it could lead to serious food shortages. That's why some folks are now wondering, well, number one, what's going on? And you've got some people speculating that this might be an intentional way to disrupt the food supply.
May I ask you, pause there really quick? Can I just ask you, I just want to nail this down so our viewers understand. There have been confirmed over a dozen disabling accidents at food plants in the last month, over a dozen.
Absolutely, and we're talking about some really significant plants. The Taylor Farms facility in Salinas, California was completely destroyed by a fire last week. We've had two major potato processing plants in Belfast, Maine and Warden, Washington that were completely gutted, which is happening at a time where we already have a potato shortage globally. You were talking about the onion supply at that Rio Fresh, but it's not just produce plants. Last month there was a fire that took out a Nestle food plant out in Jonesboro, Arkansas, and that's impacting frozen food brands like Hot Pockets or Stouffer's, which maybe you might buy if you can't get fresh food from a warehouse that just exploded. And that Shearer's food facility you just mentioned in the open, I mean, that's the only West Coast facility that they operate. So there is some significant concern, of course, that this is going to impact the supply chain.
That's the way the Jews work.
All right. Fair use YouTube. That wasn't me. I ain't say nothing about y'all. All right, Con. So what's going on, y'all? What's going on, huh? Y'all let me know. Y'all have at it in the comment section. But we gonna get to the drop. Let's rock.
Hey, internet friends. Here on this channel, we've been cataloging.
All right, and we're rocking with Really Graceful. Y'all check out. I think she on YouTube. If I'm not mistaken, I think she's still on YouTube. But she's also on BitChute. Let's go.
The strange happenings of our world for some time now. Within the span of the past year, one of the world's largest ships jammed up the Suez Canal for nearly a week. The Suez Canal being one of the world's most important trading routes. The price of fertilizers for crops have hit an all-time high. Bill Gates became the largest farmland owner in the United States. World leaders announced...
All right. That's just code word for government, right? No one man holds that much power. That is a damn illusion. All they do is dangle these motherfuckers out in front of you and pump fear. No one man owns the technology. None of that shit. All right? This is a collective effort to trick the masses, fool the masses, and trick them out of their souls and everything. This is what you're dealing with. All right? But I just wanted to point that out. No one man owns all that farmland. Something is wrong with you if you believe that. No one man. All right? We're talking about paper money. Paper money is just paper. You can burn it. It burns just like this typing paper I got in front of me. You did? Let's go.
Announced impending food shortages due to the war in Ukraine, with Russia and Ukraine making up more than 30% of the global wheat market, and they're considered the breadbasket of Europe, followed by reports of the bird flu in the United States over the past month, forcing farmers to kill millions of egg-laying poultry. All of these aforementioned incidents have driven up the price of items at your grocery store. But now we shift our focus to the most recent series of strange events contributing to this price hike and potential shortage. Wondering, is it all a coincidence or something more? In some ways, it's like the ship getting stuck in the Suez was just the start, just the beginning of all these recent supply chain issues. And really, it's only escalated from there. In the last 6 months, around 20 U.S. food processing facilities have burned down. I'm going to lay them out on a timeline for you so we can look at the data and decide for ourselves if something is going on here or if there's really nothing to see, we can just move along. January 12th, 2021, Fayetteville, Illinois. The Deli Store Corporation, a processor of deli meat for military and commercial use, was destroyed by fire. No details on how the fire started.
No details.
April 11th, 2021. A cooker at the plant caught the whole Tyson poultry plant on fire. It went up in flames.
All right.
July 26th, 2021.
Let go.
Memphis, Tennessee.
A
3-alarm fire breaks out at the Kellogg cereal plant. Reports say fire started in the rice dryer.
All right.
August 2nd, 2021. Hanceville, Alabama. Fire damages Tyson-owned feed ingredients plant. The poultry mill plant received significant damage in a fire that was said to be sparked by animal byproducts and grease. August 24th, 2021.
Let's go.
Patax meat products in Cobb County, Georgia. A fire broke out at the factory.
Whoa. At my neck of the woods. All right.
Causing severe damage. I've actually been to the retail store many years ago. It's a community staple, but it was a total loss.
So no.
September 13th, 2021, Grand Island, Nebraska. The headline reads, 5-alarm fire at JBS beef plant. The Grand Island Fire Department reported that the roof was on fire around 10 p.m. October 20th, 2021, Tar Heel, North Carolina. A fire at the Smithfield Foods plant, allegedly started by an employee named Latasha Biddle, who set fire to the brake area. Well, she came back in 2 days later with a hammer and vandalized cars, screaming about how she was going to burn down the plant and shoot the place up before fleeing.
Well, damn, she don't count. That just a disgruntled employee. My bad. Let's go. Let's rock.
She eventually turned herself in on an unrelated charge. November 29th, 2021, Scotts Township, Pennsylvania. The headline reads, Fire erupts at a meat processing facility in Lackawanna County. No further details. December 13th, 2021, San Antonio, Texas. $100,000 of fire damage occurred to a food processing plant where a cooler had caught fire.
All right.
So now we're getting into 2022, January 14th, LeCompte, Louisiana. A fire started at the Cargill Nutrina feed mill in Louisiana and burned for 12 hours. Reports of explosions seen and heard.
Okay.
January 31st, Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
All right.
A fire tore through a fertilizer plant on the night of January 31st and continued into the next day, forcing thousands living near the plant to evacuate their homes and a university to cancel classes. Every household within a 1-mile radius was asked to evacuate because of the high chance of explosion. More than 6,500 residents were in the evacuation radius.
Wow.
All right, now here is where it gets interesting.
Okay.
If you look at the data starting in February 2022, you're going to start to notice a trend of these fires occurring more and more frequently, which is why I wanted to lay all this out on a timeline anyway. On February 3rd, Mouston, Wisconsin. Wisconsin River Meats warehouse was engulfed in fire, the old portion of the building a total loss.
Wow.
No details on how the fire was started. February 16th, Claypool, Indiana. The LDC said that a fire had broken out at the largest U.S. soybean processing and biodiesel plant. The cause of the fire was cited.
This is interesting. This is right up my alley right here. This is right up my alley. Give me 1 second. All right, we're rocking with my main man, Tony, man. Look here, man. I'm going to include this link. This is a link within a link within a link. This is a link with several links, right? And so I'm going to include this. We're going to include this into the reconstruction pack, right? This is my guide to long life. This is going to teach you about a lot of the things that they're using to destroy our food or to taint our food, right? The food is tainted. True enough. What I want. Soy, all right? The dangers of soy, right? Now, I'm not going to read this because I might get a copyright strike. But I'm here to let you know that you need to stay away from soy products on any type of food with soy in it. Let's see if we can give you a little drop. YouTube, can I give them a little drop? just a little. Let me give him just a little drop. And this is why we put trace minerals back in the body. All right? You can heal your own body. And this link right here is the guide to. Damn, what did I see that at, man? No, y'all good. Y'all good. We're just surfing the wave. Shit, I'm getting the drop too. I ain't been on it in a minute, but I'm getting the drop too now. Whoa, now. This is what we do. This is why my channel is suppressed, right? This is why YouTube, let me talk to you for a minute. I'm going to make a video about it. It's because some of these channels out here like mine, that's out here advocating the truth, we're starting to get these porno links attached to our comment section. I've had to block and remove hundreds. And that's bullshit. Damn, did that shit say estrogen? It coincided with a U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA decision announced. Okay, hold on. Symposium marked apogee of a decade-long market cap thing again, customers tofu, soy milk, particularly soy, estrogen-like compounds found in soybean. Okay. Now notice YouTube, all this is allegedly, right? This is allegedly. Zinc is a key component in numerous vital enzymes and plays a role in the immune system. You should know that by now. Get your zinc and your copper from yourself to real. We still got that now. We still got that. All right, man. So we're just digging on the dangers of soy. All right.
A fire had broken out at the largest U.S. soybean processing and biodiesel plant. The cause of the fire was cited as undetermined. February 22nd, Hermiston, Oregon. A major explosion at a potato chip factory in northwest Oregon resulted in 6 injuries, and they reported that it could hurt the supply of chips to the west coast.
Sure.
Local news reports that a portable natural gas boiler exploded, causing a dramatic fire. And local firefighters said that it was the largest blaze in that area that they'd seen in a decade. March 17th, Jonesboro, Arkansas. A Hot Pockets and frozen food Nestle plant was shut down after a fire broke out in the afternoon. Firemen battled it all night, but eventually abandoned the fight because of...
burn that motherfucker. But don't nobody eat no goddamn Hot Pockets and Nestle's. But look here, man, get off the junk food. Start reading the back of the box, man, and see what they got in these products, man. Come on now, wake up, let's go.
Of structural concern. March 18th, Plainfield, Indiana. I wanted to include this in here too. Like, I've included fertilizer factory stories as well, because it all seems related. So this was a major fire at a Walmart distribution center, and inside were a variety of items, food, clothing, electronics, you know. This was such a tremendous fire that burned for days, and no one knows what caused it. 200 firefighters worked together to put it out, and these were firefighters from 30 surrounding agencies that responded to this fire. March 24th, Belfast, Maine. It took firefighters from 10 surrounding communities to control the blaze that took over the McCrum potato processing plant. April 13th, Conway, New Hampshire.
All right.
Firefighters battled a fire at East Conway Beef and Pork for 16 hours, managed to rescue the cattle even though the meat market was destroyed.
Wow.
April 19th.
Wow.
This is another one in Oregon at the headquarters of Azure Standard, the nation's premier independent distributor of organic and healthy food. It was destroyed by fire overnight. There were no injuries. The cause of the fire is unknown.
Sure.
April 20th, Leoti, Kansas. The Nutrient Agricultural Solutions fertilizer plant caught fire. No further details. April 21st, Covington, Georgia.
All right.
A plane crashed near the General Mills plant, which, you know, makes cereal. It's a global food company. There were no survivors of this plane crash. Not a lot of details are known about what happened.
Sure.
So that concludes the timeline. You know, I'm always interested.
That concludes it. And so we beg to ask the question, what is happening? Well, the last days. That's what's happening, man. All right, man. So look here, man. All right, you say 9. Make it make sense, man. Well, I will. I will make it make sense for Israel. Now, if you're not Israel, this channel is not for you. My content is not for you. I am not talking to you. I don't know you. Yes. Separation is a must. All right? I don't give a fuck about you if you're not Israel. Get out my face. Get off my channel. All right? I'm talking to Israel. I'm not talking to no Indian, no Aboriginal, no Moor. All right? No Edomite. That melanated part, right, of the piece of the pie, I am not talking to you. Get out my fucking face, all right? I'm talking to Israel. Israel, the Most High told the prophet Isaiah right here in chapter 41, verse 10 through 13, he says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your power. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Behold, all those who are incensed or who were incensed against you shall be ashamed and disgraced. They shall be as nothing. And those who strive with you shall perish." Right? You shall seek them and not find them. And those who contended with you, and those who war against you, shall be as nothing, as a non-existent thing. For I, the Most High, your power, Israel, will hold your right hand, saying to you, "Fear not, I will help you." I will help you. Come. All right. That being said, all praises to your mother and father above.